All right.
Oh my God.
Here's the thing. You were doing over 70, which qualifies it as second-degree speeding, and that alone is a $600 citation, 2 points on your license. Right? Very hefty charge, if you ask me.
Yes.
However, you've been compliant. Okay, you acknowledged that you did wrong, said you weren't going to do it again, and you know you didn't put up any sort of fight regarding any of the questions I had. It sounded like you're being genuine with everything. So I'll let you off with a warning this once, Mr. Spectre. But understand that should something like this happen again, the likelihood of you receiving another warning is pretty slim. Okay.
Absolutely, Mr. Rose. Thank you so much. I do apologize, like I said, and I do mean my apologies. So it will never repeat itself. I will make sure I drive there safely because, as you can see, I might have been speeding to get there quickly, and it ended up slowing me down. So I do apologize.
Exactly. All right. Beyond that, Mr. Spectre, do you have any comments, questions, or concerns for me?
Absolutely no. Thank you for being amazing, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Oh, thank you. You have a wonderful day. You'll be free to go in the back of my car, and my emergency lights are off. All right.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Do. All right. Nami, thank you for the 15 months, by the way. I appreciate it. All right. What was said? But yeah, my TLDR was that I think there's always going to be a negative stigma associated with the treatment of any kind of mental illness, which is unfortunate. But again, comes down to people's general understanding and like personal experience with stuff. So I'll say this: prior to any sort of like diagnosis of anything outside of my diabetes, a lot of people don't realize this, but one of the symptoms of low blood sugar is irritability, right? And so I'm not someone who gets upset at shit. I'm not somebody who like raises their voice. I was never like a troubled kid, right? I never spoke back to my parents, like none of that, right? And I will never forget there was an instance where my blood sugar was low. My mom was trying to get me to drink soda. You know, she asked what I wanted, whatever. And I was like talking back to my mom, who was literally just trying to raise my blood sugar because my blood sugar was low, right? So it is mind-blowing to me that something as I'm not going to say minor, because low blood sugar can definitely be a pretty major thing depending on circumstance, right? But like, it was crazy to me that my entire like demeanor changed, even though that's not me ever. Does that make sense? And so I don't know if it's because I had that happen to me that I quickly realized, like, even though I'm still fully in control of myself, like, I remember everything about that situation, right? And again, you can kind of get a bit loopy when your blood sugar's low.
Data 34 is code 4, 12210.
But at the end of the day...
Dispatch 145, I'm going to drive up to Alito Bay to see if there's anything going on up in the town, then I'll head back to the city.
I found it, like I said, crazy, but it gave me a much better understanding of, like, even though you are you, like, there are things that change. Even again, when you believe you're fully in control, there are things that can 100% change what you would normally do. And so, I don't know. Like I said, I think that gave me a greater understanding, just because I know what I would normally do under those circumstances. And thinking back to the things I did in that moment, which I thought were okay, just because my blood sugar was low, I don't know. It just was strange. Did you get snappy? Yes. Like the tiniest things bothered me. The tiniest things bothered me when my blood sugar was low. And sometimes they still do, but only when my blood sugar is low. I'm otherwise not a very like irritable person, like in the sense that things don't irritate me at all. I am very much so, you know, go with the flow. It is what it is, right? Move on. But that, couldn't tell you why, but the thing. I've become like this, mastering of masking my anxiety, but when I'm depressed, it's hard to hide. Oh, 100%. That is definitely going to be the case. I'm doing more research on blood sugar and whatnot. Learning that people with autism, such as myself, have issues with low blood sugar more often than others, especially in the overnight/morning hours. Ow! Really explains why I'm such a bitch in the morning. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of things in the past were sort of just attributed to like, oh, I'm not a morning person or whatever, right? But like, I feel like if you take a deep dive into shit, you can quickly find that it may be associated to something else and not just, you know, oh, this is the norm. Like I said, all of the symptoms I've had, right? I've always had, always. But it was the norm to me, right? And I've always said like, you know, the only genuinely, and here's the fucked up thing, right? Referencing ADHD and my diabetes, the craziest thing to me is that my mind would not prioritize my diabetes as a priority. And the reason, I can 100% say this, the reason is because there was not an immediate like consequence. Like, yes, my blood sugar would go high. Yes, I would feel like shit for a couple hours. But I'd give myself insulin, it would come down, right? Here's the crazy thing. The counter to my ADHD, genuinely, the only counter that worked like 95% of the time was like a hard deadline or a severe consequence. And the example I give is if a professor had a syllabus in college that said homework is 50% of your grade and you cannot turn stuff in late. If something is a second late from the turn in, it is a 0. That would be turned in consistently within a minute of the deadline, right? Like, however, if there's a syllabus that said every day late, it's 5 or 10 points off, it would consistently be turned in a few days late without fail. No question about it. It happened like clockwork every single time. But again, because there's an immediate like consequence, long-term consequence in that case, right? And there's no fixing that after. That is why my mind would allow me to prioritize, you know, in a class where it was a 0, right? A 0 in a category of grade that is worth 50% of your overall grade. Like, but here's the thing, again, my mind would then take my blood sugar and like calibration of my CGM and all that stuff and literally throw it to the side for hours, not prioritizing it in the slightest, because even if my blood sugar went high, there was a resolution to that in a couple hours. Like, again, yeah, I'd feel like shit for a couple hours, but then it was done and over with, right? But here's the fucked up bit. For the period of time in which it was exceptionally high, right? That's causing long-term damage. Like, there's no getting past that. It is causing long-term damage, but guess what? My mind doesn't give a fuck about that in terms of prioritizing shit, unfortunately. Which is so fucked up, because if you asked me my priority, obviously it would be, you know, dealing with my diabetes and that being absolute top priority. But again, when you're dealing with ADHD, your mind doesn't give a fuck about what should be the top priority. It's just a fucked up way to deal with shit. Went to make dinner in a crock pot, threw everything in, turned it on. 6 hours later, realized you didn't smell it. It wasn't plugged in. Okay, let me let me explain this. Prior to stream, I had to put a new infusion set, reservoir, a whole setup essentially for my insulin pump, right? In this setup, I fill the reservoir with insulin, right? I then attach it to the infusion set. The reservoir goes into my insulin pump. Infusion set connects to me, right? I have to pretty much prime the tubing until insulin is coming out, and then I can connect it to me. And then there's an additional step of filling the cannula, which is from the tubing into my body. The cannula is like the small flexible tubing that's in me. You don't feel it. I know it sounds strange, whatever, right? Here's the strange part.
Dispatch 113, 1038.
I take my medication when I start stream, or within the first 30 minutes of
freeway, red and colored.
Ignore my insulin pump. I'm fine.
77, please.
It's gonna keep beeping actually, at least for a bit. What's the 20?
El Rancho Boulevard, nearest cross, Elysian Fields.
130. Here's the craziest thing, chat.
Just one will be fine, thank you.
Copy that.
Prior to stream, again, I don't take my medication pretty much until I've started stream. It's like, truthfully, most days I don't take my medication on days I don't stream. I know that sounds strange, but it's like the habit in remembering it just coincides with like going live and like, oh chat, fuck, I need to take my medication. I forgot to take my medication, right? I did everything I was supposed to. Okay, so again, remember, this is now before I've taken my medication. Done everything I'm supposed to, except click the fill cannula button. Okay, not button, but like prompt. And until I click that, it's not going to do anything because it's waiting for that. So I sat there, everything set up for an hour, okay? And then my insulin pump was to my side. I didn't have it in my pocket yet. And so, again, for an hour, my insulin pump was doing absolutely nothing because I did not press a button, even though it's something I do every single time, right? Again, in terms of priority, it doesn't give a fuck. It's again, think of it as like having a flawed autopilot that only gets resolved once treated. It's so strange. It's so strange that it works that way. But
26, so let us know on one.
I've become super selective with the people I surround myself with. Maybe that was age, but I know what triggers my depression, anxiety, people yelling, super negative. Yo, 100%. 100%. Let's see. I'm thankful. Hyperhidrosis in and of itself worsened your anxiety growing up, never wanting to hold hands. It's crazy that like one issue that could be relatively easily solved with treatment. And by the way, people need to realize that like just because something didn't work doesn't mean that there's no solution. And a lot of people don't realize that there isn't just a test for a lot of different conditions. Like you can't just get blood work done and be like, oh, you have this. An overwhelming majority, at least in my opinion, how I would word it, of like diagnosis is literally trial and error. Literally like, this is a symptom you have. This is the highest, you know, the sort of condition, right, that highly matches the symptoms you're stating, right? And we're going to try to treat it with this. And if that works, great, right? But if it doesn't work, don't give up on not getting whatever that is treated. I'm telling you, it is literally trial and error. But unfortunately, a lot of people give up after, you know, the first thing not working. And hell, even I have, right? Like, I have a dedicated mute button because of my cough. I've had this cough for years. We're talking 7, 8, 9 years at this point. I don't even fucking know. Anytime after I eat or drink, doesn't matter what it is, I've been treated for acid reflux, and I've had fucking cameras put down my throat on several occasions. like I don't know what else I can do. And you know what? This has actually reminded me that I've let this go by so long that I need to schedule an appointment with my ENT to get this looked at again. Because the stuff in the past has not resolved the issue. Camera down the throat was no fun. How about a camera down the throat, then taken out, and then the doctor I was seeing prompting another doctor to take a look, and then going down the throat again, verifying exactly what they said, which was, I mean, maybe like a little bit of like acid reflux, but nothing that would prompt something so persistent. Let's see. I'm new to diabetes, got diagnosed with type 1 back in March. I get high blood sugar, and I do low blood sugar. I only have my blood glucose meter and my insulin pen. Are there better devices or things to take care of diabetes? Absolutely. So I don't know where you're located, but I will say this. If you have the ability, if insurance covers it, whatever, you have the ability to get a CGM. I would say the most common nowadays as like a standalone CGM is probably going to be the Freestyle Libre. I cannot recommend it enough, especially as someone who's newer to diabetes, and especially if you're on insulin. The importance here is that the Freestyle Libre 3 is the most recent one, if I recall correctly, is small. I promise it is painless most of the time to insert. It's got like an auto insertion device. I'm telling you, phenomenal. But the important bits here is, number one, it can alert you when your blood sugar is going low. You literally scan it with a smartphone. You literally put your smartphone up to it. I don't even know if you have to do that nowadays for the Freestyle Libre 3. I know you did with the original one. But the greatest part about it is it can alert you when it's going both high and low, and you can set up custom alerts, for example, to notify a family member in the event where your blood sugar is low. And the reason that's important is because as a newer diabetic, if your blood sugar is high and you give yourself, you know, a lot of insulin, maybe, you know, you didn't carb count properly, if you ended up eating, whatever, give yourself too much insulin, then you're tired, you go to sleep. Not everyone wakes up to low blood sugars. I do. I'm fortunate in that I have, but it is straight up, I think it is silly for any insurance company covering a diabetic to not cover a CGM. One trip to the hospital, one trip is, at least in the US, is thousands upon thousands of dollars. And the monthly cost for out of pocket, you know, prior to any like insurance deals or anything like that, for a 1 month supply of Freestyle Libres is like $150. It would be silly for insurance companies not to cover it, especially when they already have to cover the cost of test strips. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, we've hit the diabetes fucking discussions here. I'm like very passionate about shit like this because I've dealt with a lot. Have they considered that medication might be causing the residual cough? Sam, I self-ruled that out because prior to being treated with prior to being treated with the ADHD, there were periods of times, like not more recently, but like 2-3 years prior to the diagnosis, I'd go months without taking medication.
EMS from PD.
Like my normal day-to-day medication, straight up would go months without taking it, and it never stopped. And by medication, I mean like, you know,
hit in the head with a wrench.
omeprazole or anything related to that. Hey, I'm just being honest. Okay, I'm just being honest.
1053 from Alpha 13 direct.
Need to get a better blood glucose meter too. If it's a blood glucose meter, all of them have
You have room in
some
your ambulance
variants.
for that 47 as well.
I'm
And like I said, if you can get the CGM covered, specifically the Freestyle Libre,
I was asking Emily, not you.
you literally see a graph.
Dispatch 166 clear traffic eastbound El Rancho Boulevard with a test drive vehicle. 1 citation issued at 10 a.m.
130, same traffic. So you can begin to see patterns of like where you're going high, where you're going low, stuff like that. Libre 3 is Bluetooth, no need to scan. Exactly. So here's the thing. I've never had a Freestyle Libre 3. A lot of people don't realize this, but in the United States, the implementation of a lot of those medical devices is heavily delayed. So the Freestyle Libre 3 would have been delayed probably by a considerable amount, truthfully, than other countries.
EMS on scene will transport that patient at the apartment as well as. Okay, then, thank you.
What the? Are you okay? Hello? Ma'am? Ma'am? Ooh. Is everything all right? What happened? Okay, well, you know what? I'm sure everything's gonna be a-okay. You have a wonderful day. I pronounce it coupon. Don't ask why, I just do. There we go. Let's go up here. They'll never suspect this. What else? Yeah, I would say the Freestyle Libre 3 is probably the best overall CGM for most people. As in, like, you know, a lot of type 1 diabetics don't necessarily need a like a closed loop system that does a majority of the stuff for them. I feel like I'm the perfect candidate for it, given everything, right? Like, actually, oh, hold up. Yeah, I'm gonna go let my dog out. I will be right back. Dispatch 130, 10-7 few mics. Your pack chat.
EMS status. EMS on Goma near Goma Street status.
Echo 11 status check.
I'm sorry, I'm got a lot of patients down here, but I'm okay. I just also have nude alarms.
10-4.
Dispatch 145 out the 38 eastbound Carson Avenue, black and colour 4-door.
7376. Dispatch 113 23 1038 Carson. Dispatch 122 108.
I'm back.
Alpha 13 23 J6 911.
I'm back. Well, so what's with the dad jokes? We have a better chance of catching speeders further south. Because traffic always builds up there. That is a lot to take on. What do you think of Apple trying to make an Apple Watch with a non-invasive CGM? I think that's phenomenal. How do I word this? I can tell you now, if it were viable, then most people or diabetics would get it. I don't really think it's going to be something that happens for quite a few years, though, truthfully.
Tango 53, 76 CMC 147.
54. I think we might be slightly... Maybe we clock them in this direction? Need to see if it reaches, though. I don't know the range of the radar. Months are rough. Yeah. That is definitely the case. called entrapment. So that is specific to certain areas. There is no legislation in our city for that. So
Dispatch 145 clear traffic back tonight.
113, same traffic.
like from what people have stated, that is the case in Georgia.
Thank you for the backup, Alice.
I believe. I could be wrong. But not here. What was that drug so called? Minutes ago. We're gonna reposition further to the south. Right here. See if we clock anyone in this direction. Did not clock them. That angle should. People still beeping. But I'm okay. We definitely get this lane. This slow car, let's see. 21. So he's got a clock. We're good there.
I'm gonna be out with the Group 6 vehicle, lower power
Navarro.
Street, southbound, 3 times occupied.
Pull it over. Dispatch 130, 1038 westbound, Place, Harris Cross, Chum. Actually on the merge of Place and Chum with a black bison occupied at once.
110-76 as the backup.
You having a hard time catching up? It looked like you're struggling.
I was struggling. I don't know. I think you might be the one struggling after this.
Whoa, what's that?
Yeah, with how fast I saw you driving.
Oh, I thought you were flirting me with a good time. That's what
No. But I'm Officer Rhodes, Los Santos Police Department. How are you?
Yeah, nice to meet you, sir. Nice to meet you.
Reason for the stop today is you're speeding.
Why? Oh, hell yeah.
What is that noise?
What? What was that?
I'm in a hurry. I was speeding.
Yeah. What are you in a hurry to?
I've got deadlines, man. I need people, people are ordering wood. I need to get there. Boom, boom, boom.
I mean, I understand, but that doesn't I mean, you were doing well over 80.
you're pretty close. I think I was doing 78. I'll be honest. I was pretty
No,
close.
no, it was above that. It was most certainly above that.
I don't think so. Not that I noticed.
Well, what you think and what I know are two different things, clearly.
Is that right? Well,
Yeah, I mean, I definitely saw you
Is your
doing over 90.
Did you get the radar reading of that?
I mean, that's irrelevant because I saw you speeding.
Well, your eyesight is you're talking about human frailties here.
Sir, are you saying that a trained police officer, while in his car
100%.
driving at the speed
100%.
limit, could not see that a vehicle is
100%.
driving faster?
100%. It's been proven time and time again. It's like police officers' memory is more corrupted than an average person, which is most of us have got terrible memories. Let's face it. We all remember the same scenario different ways. That's been proven time and time again too. But police officers, because you got to remember things so often, your memory is actually not as good as the average Joe. Did you know that?
Well, I actually think you're wrong.
That's true.
You know,
that's proven. Like,
okay. Well,
proven by whom?
Mr. Navarro, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Would you consider me average?
No, you're actually pretty sharp. I don't know about the other two though. Nice work.
Okay,
bro.
but neither of them are in question here. I'm in question.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're pretty sharp.
Mm-hmm. Would you say I'd be not accurate by stating you were doing at least 90?
I'm gonna be honest right now. I don't remember doing that. Nowhere near it. Last I looked down, I was doing 78. I'm not gonna lie. I can only tell you what I saw.
Right.
Even though it's incriminating myself, that's what I saw.
Are you telling us, sir, that you only periodically look at your odometer in your car while driving?
This thing doesn't have heads up. Yeah, I'm watching the road.
All right. Well,
it's in your peripheral vision, sir.
Maybe that's one of my frailties.
Mm-hmm. Well, can I go ahead and see some identification?
Oh, you know who it is, man. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Let me go ahead and see.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that against the glass.
R3295. All right. Mr. Navarro.
Yes, sir.
This is not the first, second, or even third time I pulled you over.
It's the second, actually. It's the second
no.
time I've been pulled over. You've
No.
pulled me over 2 times.
Mm-mm.
Yes,
It's been more than that.
I was the passenger. You can't.
Oh, okay. To be fair, I will give you that. In some of those occasions, I didn't officially pull you over, but I did yell at you to slow the fuck down.
I do actually really... Was that actually you?
Yeah.
I had a police officer chase after me, come up beside me, tell me to slow the fuck down, then drove off.
That would have been me. Yeah. Uh-huh. So, Mr. Navarro, sit tight. I'll be with you shortly, but I'm going to leave you with Officer King and Officer Watt here, okay?
Mm-hmm. King Watt?
Well, no, one is King, one is Watt.
King, that's me, and this is Officer Watt on my right. What's your name, sir? Gabriel Navarro. Very nice to meet you, sir.
3295. Make sure I have the photos. 95.
Can you say that? Can you say that in 20? What year is it? 2029?
Do.
So what do you normally do, sir? Are you a lumberjack by trade, or are you just doing this today, or what's the...
Sorry, let's take a look at something. Speeding. Speed limit's 55 in the city.
Okay. Well, well, I'm gonna get my first strike.
One point's not the end of the world, sir. Honestly.
Yeah, but I want to become a police officer. For
Here we are.
Even police officers can make mistakes in traffic.
oh, 100%. If I was a cop and I'm a cop speeding and they would no nonsense signs, I'd put that in front. No, fuck the government. This is the they're doing. They're not above board. I'll be if I was a police officer, I'd be looking at them. If I saw them speeding.
There we are.
Conversation with them, see maybe they made a mistake.
Yeah.
Mr. Navarro.
Okay. Watch the bus here. Yeah.
Well,
Hello, Mr.
I
Rhodes.
got some not so good news. So I am going to be issuing you a citation today for first-degree speeding.
Oh, thank fuck. I thought you were gonna say I left fucking oven on at home and you've been trying to ring. Never mind.
What? Wouldn't I have
No,
started that conversation at the very beginning if that was the case?
I don't know. Yeah, continue. Sorry.
So, with the first-degree speeding citation, it's going to be 3 points on your license.
Oh man.
And a
I don't- how many do I
$1,000
have?
citation.
$1,000.
Yeah. So with new legislation, although the speed limits have increased, the threshold between third, second, and first-degree speeding have narrowed. In addition, their fines have been either doubled or more than doubled. So it went from 150 to 300 for third degree, 300 to 600 for second degree, and 450 to 1,000 for first degree. And yeah, so although the
Just like
speed
the old
limit,
days, that's how,
yeah, the speed limit in the city is now 55. It only takes 30 miles over the speed limit to get to first degree, whereas in the past, speed limit was 35, but it took anywhere from
60.
1 to 35 over the speed limit just to hit third degree before. I mean,
Yeah,
you're allowed to, it was from 35 to 70 was third degree speeding. Now doing 30 over gets you from third all the way to first.
So,
Yep.
what do you actually?
You're
what are you
getting
claiming
third.
that I was speeding?
Well, you were doing over 90 for sure.
No. I need to know, like, what are you accurate? Like, you can't just say you could have been, you must have been. Like, what did you get me at?
Well, so, that's irrelevant because I saw you speeding.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
You can't just pluck numbers out of your head. What the fuck?
Well,
What
I
is
told
this
you
like?
you were doing at least 90 based on what I saw you traveling.
Okay, no.
at.
First you said I was doing it 80 or more, and then it's up to 90.
Well, 80 or more. I mean, is that at least 90?
Isn't 90 the more?
It's 10 more. It's a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I
That's what I'm saying
wasn't
you were
really,
doing.
I wasn't really gonna argue with you because I'm telling the truth. I did see I was doing 78 at one point, and I did look at the speedometer. So if you're saying I was doing like 80, 81 or whatever, I'd say yep. I can't really argue with that. Probably did happen. But 90 or more.
Mm-hmm.
How's this? Okay, how's this growing, Rhodes?
What do
What's
you
going
mean?
on here? You've got no radar, right?
Like I said, that radars are relevant when I can visually see you speeding, and it's very clear you're doing over 90.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
can you look at this truck and tell me what speed it's doing right now? Because I need to see these eyes of yours.
I mean,
It's
right now you're at a
about
complete.
31.
Oh, that one over there.
That one, yeah.
What about this guy coming out? It's flying.
This
Ooh.
guy's definitely doing 90.
Oh, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ!
Yeah.
He
That
went
was-
about
that was-
30 meters airborne.
That was on par with the speed at which you were traveling. So I'd say about 91 or so. Yeah.
No, he was doing about 80. No. This thing would front flip at 90 plus. It would just go end over end.
You know,
Over the
we
jump.
can agree to disagree. Okay. We can
I
agree to
wanna go
disagree.
court. I do disagree.
Well, so here's the thing. You are entitled to traffic court if a judge is available and I'm available and you're available.
Are you available?
Well, right now I am. But the way this works is I am going to issue the citation now. The points and fine are going to be issued to you. And in traffic court, if it's deemed that you should not have received the citation, the judge will remove the points off your record in addition to refund you the fine. Okay?
Okay, how many hours do I have to take this?
Well, you have 30 days, believe it or not. You have a full 30 days to appeal this.
Okay.
I'll make sure everything on my end is written.
Days, so
yeah, I'll make sure everything is written on my end. And like I said, it pretty much hinges on your availability, or you being around, me being around, and a judge. You get all three, and bam, we go to traffic court.
We're going.
All right. Well, I mean that is perfectly fine. I am going to need your signature here along the bottom. It's not an admission of guilt; it's just indicating you've received it, and that you can appeal any time in the next 30 days. Okay.
Pass it through. I'll sign it.
There you are.
There you are, man.
Perfect. I will take that back.
Have you got your formal uniform? Like you got your court wear? Cause
formal. This is my court wear. This is how I'm showing up.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. You think I'm gonna dress differently for court? No, absolutely not.
I'm going for sympathy.
Go for. Your Honor, I'm sorry I was speeding. Please.
I can't afford pants. Yeah.
Well, I mean that's on you. That's on you.
Don't worry.
All right,
Anyways,
Mr. Navarro. My recommendation: you deem it appropriate, contact an attorney. They can then reach out, get everything sorted.
Self-represent? Or no?
You can, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Just again, reach out, see if a judge is available, and if so, we can coordinate everything.
Okay.
All right. Beyond that,
Thank
Mr.
you, gentlemen,
Navarro,
for your time.
You have any comments, questions, or concerns?
I'm concerned about
Go 11 is 10 a.m.
police officers
You
having
speeding,
ability to
I
judge.
understand.
Oh, no, I have concerns about police officers being able to guesstimate speeds. What the hell is this?
Well, sir,
do you guys not have radars in your vehicle? Like,
I mean, we
traffic
do, but
device?
it doesn't necessarily mean that we clock every single vehicle.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, Mr. Navarro, keep it at 55. You won't have any issues, okay? Simple as that.
Yeah.
You do have a cruise control in your car. It has the ability to limit your top speed, so.
Do I?
Yeah.
Most vehicles do.
Oh, I do.
It's the standard
I see it
for
on the steering wheel.
for Los Santos, yeah.
So there's no excuse, Mr. Navarro. None. Zero.
Hey, I didn't make excuses.
I mean, sure. You could say that, I guess. But Mr. Navarro, you are going to be free to go into the back of my vehicle. My emergency lights are off, okay? You have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you in traffic court.
Good day, Mr.
I ain't lost a case yet, and this ain't gonna be my first.
It's about to change.
Well, if you say
Mr.
so.
Mr. King, Mr. Watt, have a good day. Thank you.
Have a good day, Mr. Navarro.
Stop speeding, Mr. Navarro.
Enjoy all the
Stay
work.
safe.
Yeah, you too.
Dispatch 130, latest 38 code 4, 130 10-8. Dispatch 130, 10-7 for phone call, a few mics. Yeah, I'm getting a phone call, hold up. All right, chat. Looks like I'm ending. Nothing bad happened, actually. TLDR cancellation for a 9 o'clock appointment. So I'm going to take that, get my doctor's appointment out of the way, and call it. Not gonna lie, I make it clear when I'm trying to schedule an appointment and get put on a cancellation list. With an hour's notice, I am good. Obviously, depending on the location. If it's up in Boston, I can't do that. But within an hour's notice, send me. The appointment goes well. Same. Same. We're gonna get this refueled, parked up, and then send you off to someone. I'm sorry for cutting it short. That's been what, like 6 hours or so? Just about. But I am going to take an appointment. Forehead or dickhead? Forehead, is that you?
What's good, Matt Rhodes?
Oh, chillin'.
How you been, big dog?
I'm good, living my best life as always.
Yo, what's going on, Mr. Rose? What's the word?
Well, wait, didn't I just say words? What's the word? Is that like how you doing?
Yeah, that's like
slang for
okay.
Like, how
yeah,
you
it's like how you doing, big dog?
Yeah.
As I said, living my best life, doing my thing.
Hey, that's good.
That's great.
Good.
That's great. You know, Rhodes. Actually, I was gonna ask you if you're interested because I know your fellow officers bought them. I actually run a new business called Save the Trees. You know about the union up in Polito?
Not quite.
Oh, there's that union up in Polito, the lumber union.
Okay.
And those guys are horrible for the environment.
Ooh.
They actually are a massive problem, and they're a major reason why there's deforestation going on in Polito. You see what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers cut down all the trees in Polito.
Oh.
So my company is over here replanting these trees. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
I
like what you're saying.
Hold on. One second here.
Okay.
Look on Twitter. That's a company slogan, you know.
Oh, well, that's sick.
That's a picture of me right there. They did a body scan.
You know what? Very accurate.
Yeah.
Save the Tree Foundation. Okay, so what is it you're looking for?
So if you donate money towards Save the Trees, we will plant a tree in your name. You get to name it, and I will send you a picture of the tree.
Okay. What's like the average donation?
I mean, shit,
Tree
I
cost
donated
$100.
$100? You know what? 3's my lucky number. So here, well, I'll give you enough to plant 3 trees.
Did I get your phone number, sir?
I believe so. If not, let me know when you're ready.
Yes. Hold on. Give me a sec.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm good.
It's 420.
Yeah.
600 8581. So 420 600 8581.
All right, sir. I'll be in touch with you. We're gonna get my workers to go and plant one of these trees for you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Wait, one. 3, right? Isn't $100
exactly.
each? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, my apologies. Three of them. I'm gonna send you a picture as well. You know, you're gonna get a picture.
Okay.
You get to name the tree. You know, that lumber union really be a massive problem for the solar system because of all the trees they cut down. The emission of nitrogen oxide, it goes into the stratosphere, and it's bad for our environment, and it's gonna make the planet go extinct. So obviously somebody got to look out for the trees and the wildlife, you know, and nature and shit. You know what I mean?
Forehead. I'm gonna pretend that I heard any of what you just said, because I don't know that made sense. But I'm gonna look past that, okay? I trust you. But I do have to go, unfortunately, okay?
All right, I'll be sending you a text soon. All right?
Y'all have a good one. Ooh. That a gun? Let's fix this up. Unfortunately, don't have time to go to Mosley's, but Get this sorted. When I get back, I'll probably jump on, get this repaired. That way it's not left like this forever. Floro, thank you for the 40 months. I'm not sure if I said thank you already, but thank you. I appreciate it. And again, chat, sorry for cutting this short. It was not the intent. There we are. Okay. I want to apologize. I know. 1:30, 42. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe.
Good night.
Good night, Rose.
Good night, Rose.
Dispatch 145, 76 at latest, suspicious activity, call the 34, Portugal.
There we are. All right, chat. I'm calling it. Thank y'all so much for all of the support. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for the follows, hosts, rates, bits, donation subs, good subs, resubs. I say this each and every time. I genuinely could not have asked for a better community to be built around this channel. So thank y'all for being absolutely amazing. If y'all haven't already, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Curvyelephant. Join our Discord, discord.gg/Curvyelephant. And if you enjoyed what you saw today, drop me a follow on Twitch. I'd appreciate that. I'm going to send y'all off to Chem.